Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload, and today we've got a game between TLO and Barcode here on Abyssal Reef, the Ladder Edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it's going to be the red Terran player Barcode, playing Barcode on the GMEU ladder. And in the top left-hand corner, going to be the blue Zerg player, TLO, hailing from Team Liquid and the nation of Germany. This may very well be the last 4.0.2 balance patch replay that you see on my channel. Tomorrow should be a replay from the latest balance patch that posted yesterday, if my timings are correct, unless they postpone it, which could very well happen. In that case, you'll be getting 4.0.2 replays until they do. Alright, so red versus blue, Zerg versus Terran, classic matchup for you today here on Abyssal Reef. They posted the patch notes of what they're planning to do about a week ago now. Yeah, about a week ago. I put it up on Facebook and Twitter at /FalconPaladin both. Yeah, basically no real surprises, except they removed the auto repair drone from the Raven and gave back the auto turret, but reduced the casting range to 1 as opposed to the casting range of 3 as it was previously. Terran players are like, oh, so my Raven can die while throwing down the auto turret? Thanks, Blizzard, but we'll see. We'll see how it works out. And there's a Reaper on the way here from our Barcode player. Reaper's name is going to be Ziggy. Just like the Terran commander, this Reaper is named from Ziggy loves his combat drugs, as the commander Ziggy loves his stim packs. He dealt combat drugs and stim packs alike through the black market for Dominion soldiers, and when they finally caught him, he was strapped into a Reaper suit and forced to induce his own drugs. Now he goes against Zergs and Protoss and Rebel Terrans in this high state, messing with his aim, and it would be surprising for him to even get 2 kills. Thanks, Hivemind, for that suggestion. That's a good one. That's a good one for sure. Playing off a Bales versus Ziggy replay that I posted, a while ago. He put that comment up. And I saw it, it's on my list. So there we go. Ling's coming on down. Oh, 4 of them, and they're bypassing the Reaper too. They're going to get here. They're going to kill this SCV or force it to retreat. At the very least, going to pause the construction on this command center. Oh, this hurts. This really does hurt. And yeah, here he is. Here's our Reaper friend. There's already a Queen out. Sorry, Ziggy. Queen's already out. Might get this very brave transferring drone here. Nope, does manage to escape. Lings are here. Slow. Single Marine, not enough. Yep, SCV running, pausing the command center. Going to try to knock it down. With these 4 Lings is TLO. And this is why you open pool first sometimes, is this particular reason. Forcing 4 SCVs off the line temporarily. That is lost mining time. That's a dead Marine. I feel like they could swing back in and get something done, but they're heading up to the top to come back in a little bit more unexpectedly later on. Ziggy checking for a 3rd base. There's not one yet from TLO. Could go inside the main, but once again, Queens are out. There's going to be, oh well, hey, he's going in anyway. Going in for the scout, no quick lair, doesn't see a Roach Warren, doesn't see a double gas here. This is a really good scout from Ziggy, and oh man, but the 2nd Queen, get out of there, Ziggy, run! No, a 3rd Queen! Does KD8 charge one of the Queens back, but yeah. I did happen to bump up my volume a little bit here. Somebody on one of my previous casts said, hey, you're a little quiet, dude. And this is the first time I've been able to bump it up, because I do run with about a 7-day buffer, with the exception of balance patches. I'm going to be flying without a buffer here, you guys, which is not something I'm very accustomed to, but I can pull it off. I've done it before. Anyway, throwing up an orbital command at the natural base is our Barcode player. He is working on a factory with Cyclones, getting a medevac and getting some Marines here. So I do see some kind of a push coming out, obviously, from the Terran player in the next couple of minutes or so. Cyclone, an interesting choice, considering he did not see a Roach Warren. And Cyclones are bad against Lings and Banelings, which is what TLO is going to have to rely on for a while here. He does have a Baneling nest. He is not getting any more Queens. He's not snooting this thing where he's got 3 Queens. Snoot would have approximately 7 by this stage in the game against Terran players. He's a crazy person. Lings rolling in, trying to get some kills. I think they got a Marine kill. Overlord dies there too, but that was not exactly an efficient use of time. Regardless, 3rd base being constructed by Barcode here inside his natural base. He'll try to fly it over to that 3rd base location, and here comes the drop. Again, Cyclone and 4 Marines, which just... Cyclones aren't great against Queens. They're really bad against Lings. Banelings, I guess they're okay against Banelings, just because Banelings don't do bonus damage versus them, but TLO playing in the dark here, throwing up some 4 crawlers at his natural base and his 3rd base, just going to be prepared for this, whatever comes, and might be useful here, but I don't know. Queen forced to pull back. Lings, Banes, yeah, Barcode sees this and says, wait, what? No, this is not what I signed up for. 4 Marines and a Cyclone can't do anything against Queen, Ling, Bane. Don't try this. Don't try this, Terran players. Don't do it at home. at all. Speedling's trying to come on down and get something done against the Terran player. They could pot. Now there's a Liberator. There's a Hellion here. The Lings see the circle and say, he's going to Baneling Bust? Whoa, TLO's going to go for the Baneling Bust at 5 minutes. Yeah, see this blue streaming across the minimap right now? This is going to be a huge Baneling Bust. He's only up 2 workers on the Terran player, which is not where you want to be at this stage of the game. Not with Mules in effect here. He kind of needs to win right now or he's going to be in trouble. Banelings coming in. Can they get through? They get through. They get through the wall. A couple Banelings, 3 Banelings remaining here. Lings swarming on everything. Cyclone, Marine not going great. Other Lings rolling over to the natural base, try to kill some stuff. Banelings trying to hit. No, not a great hit there, but oh, that was a giant explosion. We're right about there. 9 SCs have gone down. There are still Lings running around here, but medevac support with Marines pretty good against Lings with no upgrades except for speed here. They're trapped, and they know that they're dead. I don't think they're getting out. The angle of attack here from the Barcode player is pretty darn good. Will any of them escape? There's nowhere to go. They're trapped. They can't go out the front door. They can't get inside the main base. And they do all get murdered there. So that was an intense and scary situation for the Terran player, but he's alive, and that's good. A double engineering bay coming up at the front here. He did manage to save his orbital command. Yes, he lost 11 SCVs, which is bad for him. And TLO definitely droned up behind that, as well as got a 4th base while he was attacking. So it wasn't an all-in by any stretch. He would have had more Lings and Banelings if that was the case, but did kind of cripple the Terran player a little bit. He's up 64 to 38 total harvesters right now. Well, 64 to 40, I guess. Barco doing pretty well. Triple pumping SCVs right now. Marine Cyclone going to go after this hatchery. Interestingly enough, Cyclone, that bonus damage versus armor does apply to buildings. And can they take it down is the question here. Cyclone wants to, but he also doesn't want to lose this entire drop either. Queens stabbing away at these Marines. One of them does end up going down, but the Lings show up. Enough Lings show up to force him away. That 4th base is injured, however. Liberator trying to set up shop and get some stuff done. What the? 18 kills. Oh, Lings. I was like, you can kill 18 drones. Nah, 6 drones have gone down. But most of that was Lings when she was playing defense back home at that natural base, because a total of 37 Lings have died. That makes a ton of sense there. Again, the small drop of Cyclone Marine. I feel like you can get this 4th, dude. I feel like you come over here, get some more shots, like force TLO to stay home for a little bit here. Don't take extra spore crawler shots because you got cold feet, man. Does he know he's playing against TLO, do you think? He has to recognize the name, right? I mean, it could be somebody else, but at the GM-EU ladder, I think there's only one LiquidTLO. It's hard to smurf. It's hard to impersonate somebody at the GM level that is of the caliber of TLO and make people think it's actually him. Another drop moving out here for the Barcode players. They're going to be a Spire or any kind of anti-air from TLO. Seems to be pretty drop heavy. That's what we're seeing so far. Zerglings rolling into the 3rd base location. Goodbye, Marines. Goodbye, SCVs. The bunker is not. Oh, it's an armory. Not even a bunker. Oh, 3rd base is in a rough way. Marines coming on up, trying to do this thing. Getting surrounded by the Lings there, but getting healed up fairly nicely, and more Lings do get blitzed down. 55 total, but again, more SCVs die. 18 have been killed so far. TLO's up 74 to 43, up 30 workers on this Terran player, trying to sneak on up here with a drop, trying to even the score a little bit. Target firing those Banelings here at the 3rd base. That was amazing. More target firing. Fantastic play, but too many Lings with +1 attack. Does not like what he sees. Going to try to come inside the main base. There's 2 Queens stabbing away. He jukes back down to the 3rd. The Lings went away. Now they have to come back. Spore Crawler trying to get these guys out, and the Barco does not like what he sees at all. TLO is defending this exceptionally well, and he might just go home. He might hang out in this dead air and try to come back in once TLO thinks he's gone. But again, with the creep spread, it's really hard. These Lings are tracking his every move. He does have his 3rd base up, though, which is nice. Again, he has the Mules, so his income is not that, well, 2,000 to 2,900 for TLO. Mules can only compensate for so much, as it turns out. Trying to unload over here at a potential 5th base location for TLO. They murder a ton of Zerglings. That was nice. A lot of these Marines are injured, but otherwise okay. +1/+1 stim. And I can't see their graphic. Combat shield is definitely done here. Creep Queen gets murdered. Creep Tumors die. Small group of Lings and Bangs show up. Gets, again, picks up. He's doing a great job making sure his dudes live, although this might be bad. Lings crashing in. Picking off one of the medevacs from the ground are the Queens there, and that was not great. That was not a great situation. The resources lost. Ooh, what is this going to be? Another drop of the natural. Drop of the natural base doing a ton of work, actually. Lings coming in here again in position to hold. I think they might very well be. Lings are not doing it. Banelings getting target fired pretty fantastically. A bunch of Marines are left behind as too many Banelings show up, and the drop heads out. So there's a Corruptors on the way from TLO. I was going to say, once your Terran opponent gets this drop heavy, you really got to get some kind of anti-air. Mutas, fine. I prefer Corruptors. I've seen Corruptors have better success in ZBT, trying to drop at this 5th base that TLO is tossing up to the right of his natural. Another drop attempting to do stuff. Here at the 4th base location, full runaway of these drones, and picking off the medevac, though, getting a queen in revenge are the Marines, but they're abandoned. They're left behind here. They will get surrounded and die. Baneling's not exploding unnecessarily there. Marines trying to finish off this 5th base. This Barcode player is everywhere right now. Kind of like him. APM 400, currently 470 for TLO. His APM's always been ridiculously high, though. Corruptors continuing to chase these medevacs around. They've already killed 3 of them. They want to get a 4th desperately, and an Ultraless Cavern is on the way for TLO, which might just be all she wrote for the Barcode player. Ultras are going to wreck him. Absolutely wreck him. Ling's trying to do stuff at the 3rd base location. Enough Marines defending. Corruptors do finish off that medevac for a total of 4 going down. And trying to create the Great Wall of Supply Depots at this 4th base. 3rd base location. 4th base is done, upgrading to a Planetary Fortress. An attack sneaking up this left side while the Ling's trying to roll down the right side. And man, look at this. He really doesn't like this wall. Does he? No, he really doesn't. But Tank Marine been busy making some tanks while he's been doing his drops as this Barcode player. 3rd base being fully evacuated by Barcode, though. Ling's rolling into the 4th, taking a shot to the face by that Planetary Fortress, which is really bad news. And just drones attacking, drones coming on in. What the heck is TLO doing? He's going to lose his 5th base to Marines here. His 4th base is entirely under siege. Why is TLO attacking with his drones? I don't understand. Lings and drones trying to finish this Barcode player off. I've never seen anything like this. Was that a mistake? TLO sends his drones across the map, attacks a little bit. I guess just buying time for his Ultras to come out, because holy smokes, there are Ultras out now. And I really don't know that Barcode has an answer for this. He's making Liberators. Did he finish off this 4th? He did not, because guess what? There's Ultras and Banelings and Corruptors there. This is a pretty intense game thus far. Tanks, pretty good answer to Ultras. I'm not going to complain about it, but Ultra does get tank fired down. Not too many Marines die there. Queens sapping away at these medevacs. Corruptors, too. Tanks trying to finish off 2 more Ultralisks, but unsupported with the Ultras right on top of them. Does not go very well, as it turns out. Transfuses from the Queens as well from TLO. Just amazing stuff there. And gets cleaned up. Gets that thing cleaned up. So how many drones are killed? 19 and 31 SCVs. It's 72 to 69. Even his 4th base is a big deal. This Queen A-moved. Did he F2 A-move? I kind of feel like TLO did that, but that doesn't select drones. Or Queens. It shouldn't select Queens either. I don't know what's going on. Ling Ultra attack coming up. Liberator trying to set up shop, but enough Corruptors to get her down before too long. And also the Ultra's kind of getting out of range anyway. Nope, 1 dies. 1 dies a fiery death to that Liberator. Marines trying to deal with these dudes, but it's just, is it enough? +2/+2 looks pretty good. +3/+3 on the way. Another Ultra dies. Another Ultra does end up dead. These guys are very overstimmed and dangerously in trouble right now, but Tank Ultra does 21 kills before it goes down, and Corruptor's getting burned out of the sky as well, now that there's nothing else for the Marines to focus on. So Barcode has taken some major punches so far, but he's kept all of his bases. He is working on Marauders. He's getting more and more tanks. He's getting Marines, because that's where his mineral dump is going to be. He did take down the 4th base of TLO, and this 5th base location too. This game is incredible. Wow, I don't know if it deserves an epic tag, but so far, I'm very impressed with this Barcode player. Don't know who it is, really. You don't know who it is in general. I mean, it seems a little bit too sloppy to be somebody like you, Thermal. I just kind of feel like as far as EU Terrans are concerned, this isn't a pro, I wouldn't say, but whoever he is, he's doing okay. He's doing okay against one of the better Zerg players on planet Earth, for sure. 3rd base, unprotected again. Why does he insist on leaving the 3rd unprotected? I don't know. Marine attack, trying to roll into this 3rd base location, but pretty much just Mass Queen and a single Ultra right now. Should be able to handle this, and everybody gets cleaved in the face. Marines attacking towards this 5th base location. Marauders are out. Marauders hit pretty hard against those Ultras. 5th base done for Barcode. This is amazing. TLO is making his own 5th base right now. Replacement 5th, a little bit closer to home compared to the one that he had up previously that is dead. Marines hanging out on the top side as well. I cannot believe this game right now. If it is the last game of 4.0.2, I feel like it's worthy. It is worthy of being the last game of 4.0.2. If tanks had +2 attack, I feel like they'd be better, but that's not in the production tab for the Barcode player at this point in time. Marines, Marauders, trying to get rid of these Ultras, but dude. Ghosts. Ghosts, man, with the steady targeting. They absolutely obliterate Ultralist groups. Just destroy them. We saw it. We saw it in Beyond vs. Snoot last Sunday, a week ago Sunday. Beyond vs. Snoot, Ghosts the Ultras just died. They absolutely died. And, I mean, it wasn't an instant win for Bjorn, but getting rid of these Ultras that are currently tearing through Barcode's army would be real nice for him, I feel like. One goes down, another one getting target fired. Oh, gets out of there with 2 hit points. What? Planetary Fortress, pushing those Ultras back. Got 5 more Banelings on the way. Another attack from Barcode trying to roll in. As long as the Ultras are away from home, he says, perhaps I can get rid of this 5th base of TLOs, and I think he might be able to. Ultras trying to come in and deal with these tanks. That +1 attack, again, helping, just not as much as I feel like it should. Blings and drones trying to fight to protect this 5th base location. They're going to get it. Enough Corruptors to pick off the medevacs, and everybody's dead anyway. There is no evacuating here. 151 to 127 total supply right now. Planetary Fortress up at this 5th base, continuing to make tanks, Liberators, Marauders, Marines. Oh, the Banelings rolling into this Planetary Fortress. Getting target fired by something, I feel like, though. Ultras on top of the Marines and the tanks and the PF using Infested Terrans as anti-air against these medevacs. I think this base is going down. The SCVs are trying to retreat, but they can't get past the Ultralisk's big butt. Oh, Liberator trying to do stuff with the anti-air from the Infested Terrans is too insane. Just too insane. Ultra trying to get out of that circle. Corruptors say there is no circle of doom. What are you talking about? And they do take down the Liberator. Another attack at this 5th base location of TLO. Once again, drones fighting. Not what you want to see. It turns out, if you're a drone, is action, but this is looking real bad for the Terran player right now. Ultras and Corruptors at the natural base. Caustic Spray tossing down this natural base as well. A lot of SCVs dying. Barcode trying to fight on in here with this tank, but he's moving it. Bad rally? Possibly a bad rally. That tank was not firing at anything. Trying to get on the high ground is what he's trying to do. Trying to hold this while another group trying to do with this 4th base of TLOs, but an Ultra shutting that thing down, and Ultra's just being the answer for TLO right now. They are refusing to die. I mean, I know 15 of them have died so far, so they're not functionally immortal, but it seems like every time Barco tries to kill one, it just takes far, far too long. The Ultra takes too many units with him. The Corruptors are making sure Liberators can't do much of anything. He's not overmaking Corruptors either. You'll notice TLO is not overmaking these Corruptors. Queens have walked all the way across the map to this natural base. This is going to be all that she wrote for the Terran player. Caustic Spray taking down the Starport that has been causing so many problems. The Ultra dies with 8 kills, but 8 kills is enough. And these Queens recognizing we've overstepped our bounds a little bit here. We have +3 armor, but no attack upgrades at all. And this bio should be able to clean us out quite nicely, but the 3rd base is devastated. Caustic Spray tossing down this 4th base. Only one Corruptor is attacking for some reason. I don't know exactly why that is. Barco trying to sneak on up and get rid of those dudes if they can. This game, all right, have we slowed down? Does it feel like it's been nonstop for the last ever? I mean, this game's been crazy for the last 17 minutes, and it's 17 minutes and 57 seconds in. Overlords from TLO hanging out. TLO sitting on 74 workers to 40. Another attack coming into this 4th base of the Barcode player. Caustic Spray and Ultra support repairing it quite nicely, though. Are these SCVs and the Corruptors getting burned out of the sky by some supporting Marines? Planetary Fortress is still alive. Hasn't killed it. That would have been the killing blow. That would have been the death blow, I feel like, for Barcode if that had actually happened. But it didn't. But it didn't. Is he replacing his 5th? His 5th is back. I think he moved it from... I think he lost his natural. It might be his main that he swung on over there. But it's 136 to 68 total supply. I just don't see how TLO loses this thing. He keeps trundling Ultras in. It's just too many. Just too many Ultras. 6 of them. It's been a while since we've seen a Terran player win just on the back of Ultras, honestly. Greater Spire on the way. TLO says, if I need to break this, perhaps Brewlords are the answer. My Ultras can't quite finish the deal. They're fully upgraded. Yeah, 7-3 there. Forcing liftoff on the 5th base. 4th base trying to hold, but there are literally 7. Oh, just kidding. 2 Ultras on my screen. 3 Ultras on my screen. How are the repairs? These Ultras inside that mineral line, and that's it. The rage quit out of the Barcode Terran player, but man... I mean, I understand losing is bad news, but you have a lot to be proud of, dude. You gave TLO all he could handle, and TLO's only been a pro since the beginning of StarCraft 2 time. So don't worry about it, dude. That was an admirable, admirable effort for sure. Resources lost, going to be a 27,000 for TLO, and about 32,000 lost for the Barcode player. 175 Marines, 24 tanks, 123 SCVs, which is a lot of SCVs. A lot. Only 1 base died, surprisingly. 1 orbital command. TLO ended up losing 18 Ultras, which is the vast majority of the resources lost. 368 Zerglings, 38 drones, 2 Infestors, 13 Queens, and a couple hatcheries. So again, he gave TLO some blows there. Bam, bam, right to the face. Hatchery. Killed a bunch of drones as well, but just couldn't deal with the Ultras. Didn't have the tanks in number. Didn't have the Marauders in number. Didn't have the Liberators in number. Or the ways to stop the Corruptors from killing the Liberators, which was a bigger problem. Just didn't prepare for it properly. And again, I know you think I'm crazy, but ghosts. Telling you now. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.